James, did you accept the invite on the other side?
Oh,
I have not. Let me do it. 1 second.
we're getting a lot of double sound from you, John.
Okay, hang on.
You're echoing.
Fuck. How about now? Yes, no, maybe?
No, that's good now. Am I getting any double?
I hear you double feedback.
Okay.
Hang on.
How do I correct that?
How about now? Better?
Better one, better two.
Testing.
Better one,
Yes.
better two. Yep. Now you're fine.
Good.
I don't hear any double
Okay.
feedback. All right, Joe. I'm muted. Joey, go ahead and talk.
Hello.
Okay, great.
I'm into.
Oh, wow.
kayaking.
You got like a 30-second fucking. You have like a 30-second delay
On what?
on clean feed.
Oh, good. You can edit out any sort of controversial statements like things about coronavirus.
James, what are you doing in there, buddy?
I am accepting the invite to Clean Feed.
Okay.
I'm logging in.
Is that your that Tube TV? Is that the Curtis Mathis?
Yes.
John,
I just haven't
go to
taken
your Twitch channel, like pull it up on your Explorer, and then see how it's running.
What's my Twitch channel? Do I have a Twitch? Yeah, I have a Twitch channel.
Who doesn't have a Twitch, right? Goddamn animals.
Yeah.
You're a goddamn animal.
Very echo.
Oops. Hold on. Stand by. I'm gonna have to
There's
do it
bot-
here.
Do you know how to fix that, James?
Yeah, hold on. At the door. Come on, you fucker.
Oh.
Oh, yes. Oh, it appears to be running smooth as all get out.
How do I
No.
stop you from hearing you on here? On
Yeah,
Clean
because there's
Feed?
a hell of a delay.
Hang on a second.
Yeah, I'm hearing you twice.
The only thing I can say is go into volume mixer and turn down Google, but
Very odd. That's copyrighted, by the way.
oh yeah, just right click at on the top tab on Clean Feed,
Uh-huh.
and then hit mute site.
On the shit.
Top tab.
Yeah, right click the top tab.
Yeah, but then I can't hear you, James.
You can hear me in Skype.
Yeah, I know, but if we're recording clean feed, then I need to hear you in clean feed.
It'll just record on Clean Feed.
I don't see it. This little wheel thing? The settings wheel?
Can you hear me now? On Clean Feed.
Okay. Stereo. Echo cancel. No? Oh, these are pro features. God, I've got quite an echo.
Yeah, I just muted Clean Feed on what you call it there.
Oh, okay. But I still hear you double now.
On your browser, you muted the tab. Like if you click where it says Clean Feed at the top, right click it, just hit mute site. Are you using Chrome or Internet Explorer?
Chrome.
Yeah, just right click Click the tab at the top and then hit mute site on clean feed.
I don't have mute site.
Yeah, if you go to the very top,
Show me on your screen. Go ahead.
I can't. Oh, I guess I can. Hang on a second.
Yes, flip me.
Flippy.
On your ginormous
Hang on.
board there.
All right. So, can you see the clean feed site? It has my name up here. It
Yes.
says recording. So you
I
go
don't
up
have
here.
mine doesn't say recording.
I know it doesn't, but you see up here. See where my cursor is?
I can't really make that out. Okay.
Right click that, and then it says
right
mute
on
site.
the padlock
Yeah, right on. No, above it, right where it says clean feed, right where the name is. Right click
on the
that.
tab.
Yes, on the tab, and then hit. mute
Okay.
site.
There we go. All right, that sounds good. Oh, but I think it's because I had I have 50 tabs open, and I want to say it's not all are family oriented.
So just don't share them with the children.
All right, there'll be no screenshots. Okay, let's see. Wait, what's going on? Okay, there we go. Well, I think we're in.
All right, we're testing. This is.
I
a
can
test.
hear everything quite well.
Oh God, what just happened?
What?
James, are you sharing a screen?
No.
I think Joey's sharing his screen.
What? How does that? What do I do? How do I not share the screen?
Oh.
Things are happening.
Like you can see my screen?
Yes.
Like you see this?
Yes.
So, click on. Oh God. Yeah. Oh Christ.
Let's see. Wait, you can actually like see my screen?
Yeah.
Yes.
Wait, what? What? Oh God. Okay, hang on.
Click Skype or stop
Unshare
sharing.
your screen.
There you go. We're back.
Oh, okay, there we go.
And we're back.
Wait, I have this little thing in the corner. I don't want. I just want this screen to be. Oh, I took a screenshot. I don't want this in the.
What?
Oh, there we
right.
go. I want to enter full screen. No.
So do we have an agenda or like a itinerary? What are we talking about here?
This is just our
That's
first
very
initial. This is our first
Awesome.
initial testing to see if everything's running, to see if everything is up. You know, everything is good. We're 4 minutes in, and we're just testing shit, and we're seeing how it goes. What do you have to talk about?
Wait.
So is the stream running smooth on your side, John?
Yeah, there's a little bit of a delay, obviously, I think. A few seconds or so. But it seems to be running good. I can't hear anything. Can you hear anything?
On the Twitch stream itself.
Yeah. I'm on the Twitch stream. Can
Well,
you go to the
there's a delay. Like our voices are matching up to our mouth, is what I'm saying. It's not like a Godzilla movie.
match it up to your mouth. There was a time. There was a time when men were men and women were men. So who do we have in the chat here today? Hey, everybody! In the chat today, coming up live.
Oh boy.
is-
All right. So, what's our intro? Like, are you gonna, do you play the music on your phone just so you have that, or what do you do?
So if you go back to, once we go back into upload this to the actual podcast site,
Mm.
I can go back in there and edit in an intro and all that other stuff. This is just we're flying by the seat of our pants here.
So-
on
All right. So do you have your intro? Like, are you gonna discuss, like the date and then
like Stardate.
open sesame? No, something like with some flair.
I feel like I feel that you've had all these. I feel that you've had all of these just sound effects waiting and ready to go for our first inaugural robot variety show. Go, I feel that way. So
all right,
James,
so
hey, let's put up the phone number and see if anybody calls in.
oh god, yeah. All right. So today is Sunday, January 26th.
Oh, you're very close to the camera.
Year of our Lord, 2020, and we are three men who are attempting to do a podcast. We really don't know our intro or how it's going to go. This is just our inaugural setup. This will be what they call a lost episode, right?
Yes, for our Patreon users, they could pay.
yeah. Yeah, people are gonna pay for this fucking. That dog over there's licking his balls. No one's gonna pay for this. So, Jesus. All right, so listen. I guess we should. I think we should do this on our first formal one where we introduce ourselves.
Okay.
What should we call you?
I don't know. What do we call in Hippie Frank over there?
Call me Hippie
Phone
Pete.
lines are open. Call in.
We don't even know what we're called. Our names, our handle.
So
John.
Fandango?
Wait. Hang on. Are you Johan or what do we?
Okay, you can call me Johan, whatever you like.
I mean, what do you want to be called? This is
I don't
it. This is you gotta really nail it down because then you
have to
gotta
stick with it.
yeah.
Stick with it once we get the names.
And you'd
we
be
have
like,
to stick
"Hi,
with it."
hello, welcome to the Robot Variety Show. I am your host."
Clem Fandango.
I don't think you can use that.
Is that a
Is that an Aunt Beru figure?
where?
Your wall?
Hamperoo?
Yeah.
No, there's no Amperu. It's a Leia. I have a Leia figure over there. Which one do you see?
Well, I guess I can't really point to it. Next to the I think it's the TIE Fighter Pilot Black Series or
Okay.
Death Trooper Black.
Okay.
2 over from that. What is that?
It's Leia. It's a
What-
Han Solo, a Ben Kenobi, and a Leia in the
Oh.
throwback packages, the Black Series
I
throwback
think
packages.
I was looking at that Obi-Wan as Aunt Beru.
This one here.
Yeah. No. Oh,
Obi-Wan.
okay, fair enough. You wouldn't want an Aunt Beru figure?
I would take an Aunt Beru figure, just because I would.
Yes.
I thought that was at your house. That was Donna. Do you have an Aunt Beru figure?
Right
I
here.
have I have the classic Aunt Beru.
Let's
Here's
pull it
it.
up on Google. Let's see.
Here's Aunt Beru. I'm so worried about him. I'm so worried about him, Lars. She didn't come with any guns.
Yeah. Are you twitching?
Yeah, it's on
look.
Twitch.
Yeah. I was asking Quinn World if she was twitching. Oh yeah, I think I have that. I'm pretty sure I have that one somewhere.
That's from
Passed away.
the Trouble at the Lars Homestead set.
Does
Yes,
she have blue
yeah.
milk?
And then
She's got blue
she
milk.
actually catches. Yeah, she catches on fire too. You could set that one on fire and it will burn to. There's inside. Remember the old Tauntaun that you could open up and stick Luke in?
Oh yeah, absolutely.
That one you peel the back open and it's a burnt skeleton. and you just pop it out.
Did you
Very-
just stick Luke in there?
Very controversial. Very controversial.
Yeah, I know what he. Yeah, he just he only did Luke. It's like why is this so slippery? These sides.
Why is it so sticky?
What
Why
the
is this-
hell?
Does
So-
yours have the blue milk?
Yeah.
No.
Yeah, that's how they.
Oh, yours.
Yeah, I mean the one in the package still. You didn't keep yours in the package, which is odd, for you, anyway.
Well, it came in a play set. It was.
Did you
it's the
pick that up at a
house-
secondary site?
No, I bought it fresh. It's the house,
Uh-huh.
the evaporator. It was like a Jawa, and then a stormtrooper, Lars pointing his finger, and
Oh.
Baru standing there hapless.
Huh. So that was a playset.
Yeah, it was called Trouble at the Lars Homestead.
Sounds like
I
a
had the
domestic
power of
violence case.
Yeah, it really is. Yeah. Well, you know my whole theory. So you saw that Obi-Wan.
Got canceled?
Well, or it's at least on hold. And you know what? It was doomed to fail because
Why
he
not?
can't leave the fucking planet. and I'm telling you, if Disney were smart, they would send a team to come collect me right now. Because I think my Obi-Wan story was fucking phenomenal.
All right, can we hear your Obi-Wan story? Some of us know it that are on this call or on this
It'll take
this cast?
a while, but and I
just
feel
give us
like,
a rough overview.
I feel like you'll mock me, but
no, I mean I know what it is.
and it's damn good. It's dark. So, all right. So, smash cut to the ending scene where they're handing off the babies, right? And so it opens up to a storm, right? A desert, just the wind howling and everything, and it's a sandstorm, and then the camera just starts coming down, and you see just this homestead right in the middle of the desert, right? And it just starts zooming. It goes right through the roof, and it just closes in on a Obi-Wan lying flat on his back in his bed, right? And he's
Okay.
still kind of young, and his eyes open, and then they close, and he goes back, and he flashes back to when he got handed off the baby and handed it off to I feel like these are copyright photos, but anyway, so you're documenting my story so that it can't be stolen later. And I feel like so then he's flashing back. He handed off the baby. He's basically understands that he can't leave the planet. His whole sole purpose now is to bring Luke to the rebellion at the right time, and he's just laying there. And then you cut to he walks over and he turns on his comm radio,
Okay.
whatever you want to call it, comm link, and all it is the distress signals from Jedi being hunted down by Imperial forces, begging for help and all that, but no help is coming to them.
And he's helpless to do anything about
And
it.
he's helpless. He can't do a
Can't.
damn thing. So he basically it kind of flashes back to him basically pledging that he's gonna look after him, and Bail Organa's like, you'll know the right time, we'll make our move and you'll be contacted, but we need you to stay there. And then basically the story would be he just helps like members of the resistance that pass through Tatooine, but he can't get too involved. Luke is always maybe in the background,
Okay.
maybe not even looking at him directly.
Right
He's watching
in the shadows.
I think yeah, and I don't think it could be a series. I think it only could be maybe a mini series tops. And like you can maybe have like a bounty hunter working, helping to hunt down Jedi. Finally, like homes in on that planet, and then like Obi-Wan's forced to kill him. Luke maybe gets snagged up by some kind of creature. and
So
he's
would you
freed.
think? Could you think that maybe Obi-Wan could be the Spider-Man of the Star Wars universe? Like how Spider-Man is supposed to be localized crime and terror and taking
Yeah,
care
but he
of
can't.
stuff
He
in New
can't,
York.
like, he's got to be careful because.
But he's got to take care of stuff in Tatooine.
Yeah, but if they're like, oh God, he's using powers, and then they recognize, okay, those are Force powers. He's a Jedi. Like he can never bring that sword out ever.
Ever.
He would have to use just mind tricks, little telekinetic things.
Maybe having people choke on stuff at dinner. Like
To-
that's
to-
how he kills them.
That's it. It's all unfortunate accidents, like all dinner accidents.
He
you know.
falls. The crime boss fell down the stairs. Oh my
That's
god,
it.
how did that happen?
So it would have to be more like a low key thing, but like and then you can have it play out over time. He's getting
Okay.
older and older, and he's getting lonelier to the point where he's like talking to himself because he bought this hovel and it's in the middle of nowhere on purpose, and he starts like kind of talking to himself. You can have him like befriending
A soccer ball.
like
Don't block those
local-
numbers, James.
no, the little ball that shocks you, the little Jedi ball
Oh,
that
right,
shocks
right.
you. Yeah, that's his only friend. And then
That's
and it just gives him shocks. But he he has no friends, no nothing. He goes out to town once in a while.
Does he hunt for his food or
Yeah,
he
you
get
could show
Uber-
you could
Uber-
kind of just he kind of lives like Luke lived in those stupid new movies on that planet, and you can have it kind of like that. But like, I think a good thing would be as it shows him getting older, he like he's turning on that comm link that's tuned to like whatever the Jedi distress frequency, and then finally like nothing, like he hasn't heard anything in years, and eventually it just all goes quiet. That means they're all dead. They've all been hunted down, which I like. I like the idea of all the Jedi being killed and none surviving. And so then finally, you can even have a Cassian Andor crossover where he's passing through Mos Eisley, because he's an operative. And they always want to do that Cassian Andor prequel, and I think that would be a nice tie-in with the two of them. But eventually, like, even the rebels aren't coming there anymore because it's out in the middle of nowhere. And then that's where we cut to.
But then nobody really knows he's there, right? I mean,
Nobody knows
just,
he's here. And then the Rogue One events happen,
Okay.
and he kind of knows about it, but he doesn't know the exact plan. And that's when the droids land. They show up. He
And
gets
he
that
knows.
message. And now you can like incorporate a Luke, and you can actually never put the camera right at him. You can always have him like kind of blurry.
Right.
And then that's where he's like, I'm joining the Imperial Academy, and then Ben's like, oh, fuck. Like if he goes to the Imperial Academy, it's over, right? And then
right.
Baru and Lars, they guilt him into staying there to collect moisture.
One more season.
One
we
more
need
se-
you for one more season.
But he knows right now that Death Star is going operational, which he saw the plans from
Right.
the Battle of Geonosis. So
Right.
he knows, okay, this thing can
Fuck
blow up
shit up.
planets.
Yeah.
And then he's like, shit, I need to get there, and we need to get Luke into action because he's literally going to be the future of the Jedi. So what does he do? He makes a phone call to the Imperials and says, hey, I know where those
Long
droids
distance.
are. And he gets the Baru and Lars killed because it serves two purposes. Number one, that's ruthless, right? But he's an operative. He knows he has to do it. But now Luke is mad at the Empire, and he has nothing left on Tatooine to hold him there.
It jars
So-
him into action.
Yeah, so basically now
You
Obi-Wan
can fuck around with your friends next year.
That's it. No, and if they stood in the way, he'd have to have them killed too. But so I think that would be an amazing story, and that's how it ends. Is he makes the rough decision to get Baru and Lars killed.
Huh.
What do you think? Dark? Is it
I
dark?
like it. I like it.
But you know what? Because we saw them killed in the movie, but now kind of like the Rogue One. You know the story of why they got killed. It was because it was Obi-Wan. And remember, he kept a lot of things from Luke.
He did. On
It's
purpose.
true from a certain point of view. You know. So
Your father.
it's true. He was killed by Vader from a certain point of view. So
Obi-Wan's voice.
whatever. Yeah, I guess
It's like
so.
a mixture of Yoda.
Yeah. Yes. Your father was killed.
So we're discussing Star Wars today. To start off with our first podcast, Star Warring. Checking out Clean Feed. Thanks to our sponsor, no one. We don't have any sponsors.
We still don't even know our names.
What's that?
We still don't even know our names.
Flappy No Nuts.
You know what? I'm just gonna go by my real name,
All right.
Joey.
Wow.
Joey P. Joey
That's deep.
Joey Poog.
That's deep.
That's it. I'm going on a limb.
James, what are you going by?
Flappy No
James.
Nuts.
You already said his name. You already said his name.
first caller, first time caller, long time listener. Yeah.
Is there a caller?
No.
I was gonna
God,
say.
no.
God. So,
I think we're way down on the list of streaming options right now for people. We just haven't made a name for ourselves yet, you know?
yeah,
Um,
this is a kangaroo scrotum. It's real. It's a real kangaroo.
is that from Australia? Shout out to
Yeah.
Australia, the brush fires.
Yeah,
Very sad.
this was pre-brush fire.
Oh, I noticed it wasn't. It's not burnt.
I got it when I was in the Navy.
Huh.
In Australia.
Was that the Australian Navy?
Was that pre-brush fire or?
Oh, pre-brush fire. I mean, you know, just other than like one started from our aircraft
Hey,
ordnance.
we're actually on the main page of talk shows.
Are you serious?
Oh
Yeah.
wow! Right, people are going to be so.
I mean, you gotta
disappointed.
scroll down a little bit. You definitely have to scroll down a little ways, but we're there. We're there.
So if I go to browse and I
Yep,
I can
talk
scroll
shows.
down, talk shows. Hang on, let's see. Huh. Oh wait. No. Oh, talk shows and podcasts.
We're making strides in the talk show community. We'll be on Joe Rogan by next year.
Oh,
Guys, we're main pagers right now.
Joe Rogan's a Bernie Sanders lover.
Which I'm surprised that you're surprised by that. Wow, that's copyrighted material. Can you get it off the air, please?
Well, let's review it. If we review it, I found that music to be excellent. Mixture of Western and contemporary science fiction. Just a dash of that uniqueness that makes it Star Wars. Okay, now now you can play it because I reviewed it.
So are we jumping right into the discussion of the Mandalorian?
Whoa.
Or are we pumping the brakes on that a little bit? How about my timeline? That caused a lot of controversy in some sects of people about my Star Wars timeline if you were to put it into real time. How did you feel about that?
You know, I mean, I thought it was neat. You know, like when somebody does something, you're not really blown away by it. You're just like, oh, that's neat.
So James, what I did is I put all the events of Star Wars in a real timeline. Okay. So you're not thinking about, 32 years before the Battle of Endor. Well, when the fuck was that? Like, give me some context here.
I think there's an official timeline.
There is an official timeline, but it's not. Okay. So, Joe, where were you when the Battle of Endor occurred? What year was that?
It wasn't 83, 1983.
It wasn't, goddammit.
Huh?
No, it wasn't. I'm talking real time, not when the movies were released.
Oh, well, 1983 is when it took place.
So James, if you took Rise of Skywalker happened in 2019, right? Got released in 2019. We'll say that's the starting point. So the Phantom Menace, the events of the Phantom Menace took place in 1952.
Neat.
Okay.
Look, I made a house out of popsicle sticks. Neat.
Rogue One, 1984.
1984.
Empire Strikes Back, 1987. So that gives you a
Okay, well, what about Jedi?
okay.
Between Jedi and then that shitty one, Force Awakens.
So Jedi was 1988. The events of Jedi in your lifetime happened in 1988. Whereas, and then Mandalorian was in 93. The Force Awakens was 2017.
93 was like some Mandalorian years for me.
Right. Why don't you feel better knowing that, I mean, I was still in high school during the events of The Mandalorian. But to put it in perspective, if I wanted to think back, say I'm living in the Star Wars universe, and I say, oh, yeah, that was my 10th grade year in high school when, the events of The Mandalorian occurred. Or I wasn't even born yet when Solo happened, Doesn't that help you put it in perspective?
Ah.
You're fucking horrible. Both of you.
No, it does. I mean, it really. No, it's a way for me to personalize it. That's good. Good work, man. You did good. Like, does it drive it home for you?
It does. It drives it home for me.
You're like, God.
But
I
isn't
would've
time
picked-
and space a little different than here, though?
I mean, yeah, that's okay.
There's
It's fine.
there's a
No,
lot that goes behind that.
Yeah, because I mean, really, in real life, I mean that stuff would have, distance, gravity, time dilation.
The time
But
space
they have
continuum.
hyperspace, so they technically break the laws of physics. So no, it really does. It really puts it. It really drives it home for me. And so instead of 83, that was really 88.
Wow. You guys are fucking horrible.
No, I
You're
think
horrible
it's good.
people. You're horrible people.
No, I mean you really.
Because
you know what?
now what sparked my interest in this, right, is when
No.
the episode of The Mandalorian, right, and they didn't know what the fuck a Jedi was. How do you not know what a Jedi is? Well, and Carl Weathers is like, oh, a sorcerer? Motherfucker, what are you talking about? How do
it's
you not
okay.
know what a Jedi is?
Well, I'm gonna because I
And
think the
Gina, what's her
Mandalorian-
name? If she fought for the Resistance, how does she not know what a Jedi is?
Well, you would think that she'd be part of like an army that was led by
Yeah.
Jedi. In the Clone Wars, maybe, or no, she probably didn't fight in the Clone Wars. She was an Alderaan. She was an
Yeah,
Alderaan.
there's only 5 years between Return of the Jedi and The Mandalorian.
Well, I think maybe that's because they're all dead by that point,
Okay.
and I think Luke is the only one left. Wait,
So no one knows about him? No.
well, Luke went into his bitch ass hiding already, so. And then I think the Imperials. Well, really, I think the real question is it's from Revenge of the Sith to
Right.
Mandalorian.
Right. So 1965.
Because remember, the Emperor never reveals that he's a Jedi to anybody or a Sith Lord, and neither does Vader. They just think, "Wow, this guy can do some crazy shit." Vader can, but how many people have actually seen Vader or know of him?
Right.
Like were there Imperial news posts like on, talking about Vader? Like today in the news, Lord Vader is doing a ribbon cutting
Right.
at Coruscant. Like I don't think they did. I think he was the whole nature of the Sith. Like basically, the Emperor Palpatine was his public face, and that's all he ever showed. Like I think the only people that knew he was a Sith Lord is Vader, Yoda, and Obi-Wan and Luke, and that's it.
That were alive at that point.
Yeah, and that's it. And I think because all the Jedi are dead, all of them.
But you have a Jedi leading the Resistance.
You do, but I don't know, like if Luke even understands.
So
Or
Gina,
I don't think
what's her name?
I think that
wasn't
whole
born.
time.
Right?
Yeah.
In the Clone Wars, she wasn't born.
No.
And you think Carl Weathers was a child at that time, so he may have heard stories, right?
Yeah.
He heard stories of the Jedi. So
The
you
clones
really
are
got to
all
put that
dead.
in perspective. Yeah.
Right. And the clones are all dead because they age twice as fast.
Right.
So they ain't telling nobody, and they're the ones that work day to day with the Jedi.
Right.
But I mean, there would still been like some older folks that had been around that had seen the Jedi. And like there's some creatures like that Diner Dexter guy
Uh-huh.
with the 4 arms. I mean, who knows how long they live? But he knew of Jedi. But I think the Imperials did a good job of basically making them like they never existed. And yeah, and they probably did a lot of it by like dismissing them, outright killing some people, erasing them from their files, their data tapes, everything, scrubbing all of that, their relics. And then I don't know if Luke ever really sat down with the rebellion and was like, "Hey guys, I'm a Jedi in training." And then when he became a Jedi, I don't think he ever told anybody other than his close circle. You know what I mean? Like, yeah, he whipped that lightsaber out at the Battle of Hoth.
But who knew what it was about?
Right, but was Dax before he got crushed? Was he like double pumped because he could take on the Empire that day? And then he's like, and I'm flying with the fucking Jedi. Like, was he so excited? Like, holy fuck, I'm with the Jedi.
Hey, I put
No,
a link
God,
in the Twitch channel that goes pretty in depth on the history of the universe, how it matches up to ours. Someone already beat you to it, John.
Fucking you all are a bunch of fucking assholes.
He worked so hard on that too. He
I
really
did.
Yeah. Well, this guy
I
goes
know.
into like the science behind it all.
Joey had that on fucking standby. Steven, can you hear me? It's Clem Fandango.
Well, that I mean,
Can we put that up for everyone to see, James? All these people watching us right now.
so yeah, I mean, yeah, they never really kind of explain it, so you have to kind of guess why the Jedi are wiped out. But I think a lot of these worlds are like rim worlds and backwards frontier worlds. So I don't know if the Jedi spent a lot of time there to begin with.
Huh.
You know, like remember even in Phantom Menace, I think the only one that really kind of showed any knowledge of the Jedi was Watto.
Well, because they had direct dealings with them. If you watch the Clone Wars,
Yeah.
that whole species. But I mean, they were everywhere though. Everyone. You watch, if you watch that Clone Wars, right?
Yeah.
They were on every planet. They were literally everywhere. Remember, they were trying to get bases set up
Yeah.
all through the galaxy. So how do you not know that
Well,
they existed at some point? No?
okay.
Yes?
Like the Texas Rangers, they're a mythical peacekeeping force, right?
Right.
Sure. How much do you really know about them? Right? They're still around in your time.
Oh,
How much?
God.
Do you know what they're up to?
But okay, well,
How-
let's put in this perspective. FBI, which is federal, everywhere, right?
Yeah.
Texas Rangers are only in Texas, so I'm sure if you were in Texas, you'd be like, "Goddamn Walker, Texas Ranger!"
Yeah, but
but
it's
it come by my
FBI,
house for a spot of
But I don't think they're as mythical, and I don't think the Jedi were as prolific as the FBI, and they certainly didn't lie on their president. But I mean, that's
Steven, can you hear me? It's Clem Fandango. Steven. Hello, Steven.
I mean, even if we use the FBI, do you know what they're up to?
Yeah, but you know they exist, right?
Sure. But I mean, are you out there witnessing them arresting people? Like, have you ever witnessed an FBI apprehension?
Yes.
Well, yeah, okay. But do you think the average person has seen that
No.
happen? No.
But they know it exists.
Sure, but
Like,
they don't
I
really
could
know
go-
what they're up to or what they're capable of. They're kind of like the Jesuits. Like they're an order. They're like a holy order. You know, they're out there doing stuff, but we really don't know. Like, you know, like I don't know if I've ever actually met a Jesuit priest.
Can we introduce you to our Lord and Savior, Jesus Christ?
That's it. And the Jesuits, you know, they got lightsabers, but we don't know what.
Stretching, dude.
He locked himself down in his own cage.
That dog is trained like nobody's business.
I think that's a testament to his training ability. Ignite a rivalry.
The link to what has already been done is at the bottom of the Twitch channel.
See that? I see that. Thank you. Go fuck yourself. Yeah, but it doesn't put it into our perspective as far as timeline goes. Right?
It has to match a year. So when Van Halen was touring their album 1984's Jump, we need to know that what was going down.
I'll be right back, gentlemen.
The Battle of Hoth was raging when David Lee Roth was doing flying kicks on stage. That really, when you put it like that, it really drives it home that the Fiero. Well, I was out there driving a Fiero. People were dying.
They were.
So James is out.
Where did James go?
I don't know, but look at his microphone. Look at that. Look at that fur on his. That thing can take you.
I don't see his microphone.
That's the kind that's made for the
That's
wind.
called a dead cat. They call that a dead cat in the business.
Oh, there's another dog.
Yeah, Hey, Jake. Jake.
Well, you guys love animals. And
Mic off.
zoos.
Do we have a choice? I don't have a choice.
Well, no, well, some of those are recreational dogs, though. Some of those are pleasure dogs. Those are not business dogs.
It's all about business.
Guinness is not a business dog. There's somebody
That
behind
dog-
you.
Mic off.
That dog is all about business. That's Quinn World. Quinn World 5000. Check her out on the Twitch and on the Instagram. She's out there killing it. And the new Bite. Have you seen the new Bite
Yeah,
yet?
I'm Bite famous.
She's Bite famous, guys. Check it out.
What's Bite?
Anybody gonna
Watching it.
Bite? It's like a Vine.
It's Vine too.
Vine 2. is
Yeah,
what
because
they-
that was a mistake to get rid of Vine. Vines were
it
funny.
was. They were funny. And how did people? They actually made money with that. I mean,
You only got to be creative for like 2 seconds.
we could probably do that. You know,
Well,
we're up to 34 minutes right now, and I think what we had was about 17 seconds of creativity in this whole thing. I think we had 17 seconds.
1 second, yeah, like 2
Mic
seconds
off.
of brilliance, and then that's it. It's all downhill. So no, I like a longer, in-depth thing. Like those short attention span things, they're
Right.
funny, but they
Right.
don't really sustain me. They're like it's like eating a box of Cracker Jacks. Do people still eat Cracker Jacks?
I think they sell Cracker Jacks. Yes.
Or it's like maybe for you kids, it's like eating a bag of a box of Fiddle Faddle. You know, it tastes good, but it really doesn't leave you satisfied. Like, you know, is James
James.
eating Fiddle Faddle?
James, what are you eating right now? Can you go back live? Can you go back live on the air? Because we can't hear you. We can't see you.
Can you hear me?
The fans want to know what's going on.
The only person.
What'd she say?
She said she's the only person
Sorry.
watching.
Your wife is guilty.
And she's sitting right there.
Fiddle faddle.
She's the only person
So
watching.
this basically isn't the first show technically. This is just
The prep. Even though
Yeah,
I
the
covered
prep.
a lot of territory.
we did. In the
We'll
future,
revisit
it's gonna
then.
be it's
We'll
going to be
revisit.
very specific.
What we need to do is write up a list of things
Oh really?
to speak
Thank you,
of.
James. Thank
What's
you.
that?
Because this
What did
one
you say,
here.
James?
Thank you, James. Because this one here, he's like, I'm like, we need like show notes.
Yeah.
We need like an outline. And he's like, no, the best stuff is just by the seat of our pants. And then see what happens.
And then I can look things up as we go, you know? I'll
it.
just move down the list.
Thank you. Because that's what you get then. You get my Obi-Wan story, followed by your crazy timeline.
Huh.
And then, yeah. So far, the best part of the show has been Quinlan. So, all right, on to the next topic.
We're moving up. We're moving up the list, guys. By the way,
Yeah.
we're moving up the main page list. We're moving up there,
I was just scrolling and you.
So
very high. Very
Tell,
high.
does Quinlan follow your Twitch channel? We need followers.
We need followers.
Quinlan, swing your audience towards this.
Who put one of our James? Did you put one of our things as robotics?
Yeah.
One of our tags as robotics.
What, they're gonna
No
be
wonder no fucking body is gonna come here and be like, "Oh, it's a fucking robotics channel." Jesus Christ,
Dude, we gotta rope everyone in.
They're going to be sorely disappointed. Sorely
Did you
disappointed.
guys watch the latest episode of BattleBots? It was so fucking great.
You know what though? That show is pretty awesome.
Does it? I've watched a few episodes.
Ophelia's
back in the
making
past.
a guest appearance on the show.
Ophi!
That person.
Aw.
I
Where?
may have to-
Should I put dogs as one of the tags, or
Yeah,
Yeah,
because there
put
is a lot of
dogs. Oh, yeah, that is. Put IRL in real life. That's what it's all about right here, guys. This is IRL.
dogs.
You have to know the tags in order to get the views.
That's true.
That is true. Ask Quinlan; she'll tell you. I'm trying to get my microphone.
it's all about the
Hashtag-
correct tags?
Dogs.
Definitely not robotics. Robotics should not be. Robotics should not be a fucking tag.
Put in there social justice and dogs. We'll rock it to the top.
We'll ride the wave all the way to the top. We need a caller. Can we get a caller? Somebody call us.
Waylon, just go in the other room and pretend to call in.
Different voice every time.
Yeah, just
Hey, this
you'll
is
be our
Jim from
caller.
Illinois.
Hey, Steve. Thanks for calling in.
It worked for Phil Henry. Do you ever used to listen to the Phil Henry show?
No. Who's Phil Henry?
Get Mike.
What? You never listened to
know.
Phil Henry? So he's a famous radio guy, and he actually he does his topics, but then he has all these characters calling in, and it's just him in real life. But they all sound so different, and almost you would swear that they're talking at the same time. He's that good, and they always call, and then he has people just calling in outraged at his topics and everything. Like he did this one where he was a black preacher named Pastor Rennick. That's one of his
Oh.
characters, and he was saying
It's
that
controversial.
African American people don't need to wear seatbelts,
Oh.
and because they'll just fly up in the arms of Jesus. And then people were calling in so fucking irate.
But it was him.
But it was him the whole time. Oh yeah,
Oh,
it was the
God.
best. And he was basically interviewing himself. And then he does the Teds
What,
of
is your
Beverly
dog
Hills.
having relations with the pillow back there, James?
You know what we need to do is when we go to Spooky, we need to make business cards and just hand them out to everyone.
So I already said that I want to get our things, print them out, and stick them in the toy section, in like the album section and everywhere. Just stick them to shit.
Yeah,
So when people buy stuff, that is the way that we get our name out there.
and just put.
And I've got our merch right here.
Yeah, we got merch coming. It's
You missed
down the
out at the party, James. I had merch all made, handcrafted for you and Donna, but you guys missed
Huh.
it. Like
Yeah.
this is the cops versus cats action
That's
play
a good
set.
one.
And it's got like SWAT guys with cats.
We
So,
actually
yeah.
have a real life person in our fucking stream right now.
Whoa. Okay.
Hey.
Better guard them.
The
and
phone
bring them
lines
in.
are open,
Suck 'em in.
fucker.
Suck them in. Don't call names.
Oh, sorry.
Please stay. Please don't go.
Give us a call, why don't you? You get live on the air at the Robot Variety Show. Hell
Hey, Joey.
yeah!
Joey, did you see this one, dude? Check that out.
Oh, that's pretty nice, man.
Got
Oh
that
yeah,
yesterday.
that's awesome.
James has a shitty man cave. That's what that person said in the chat here. You got a
Really?
shitty man cave.
I think
Can
his
you
man
not-
cave's pretty nice.
Can you
He's
not
got
see
look.
the
He's
chat?
got a fireplace and he's got dogs.
James, show him the hog head on the wall. Show him the hog head. It's the greatest thing ever.
Wait, where's the
Down.
chat? I can't
Get
see
ready.
the chat. Oh, I don't. I'm not on
In a
Twitch.
trash can.
Oh,
Oh, that thing is amazing.
that's great.
Got Venom.
Yeah, the award-winning Venom.
That was an award-winning.
I have an Indian headdress that I should put on for the stream.
Yeah, that's
Oh.
racist. Yeah,
Yeah,
that's definitely racism.
You probably want to
My whiskey barrel.
Where'd you get a whiskey barrel?
My dog's ass.
When did you get a whiskey barrel?
I got it at Kirkland's. It's on sale, actually.
Damn.
It's not a real one, though.
Your
Oh, it's
family
not-
loves that Kirkland's.
They love the Kirklands. They do.
Great. Now I can't get my camera back. The fucking holder, guys. Oh, there.
All right, so while James is struggling, so I think it's instructive, and we'll probably have to go over all this again. Remember, this is just a demo episode, everyone. This will be
Demo
the
guy.
this is literally episode 0. This is mostly
Well-
a test to see if we could get it up and going. It'll be a little more formal, I think, next time. I'll have a better camera. But let's. So what are you into? Let's just do a round robin, like, so people know where you're coming from.
When you say
Alright,
what are you
so-
into, what are you referring to? Like
Like
what we search on.
genre-wise.
Oh, okay.
Like,
never
what are
mind.
your things? What gets you?
What
What
fires
whet's
your
your
cannons?
appetite? Yeah.
What fires your cannons?
Like,
We'll
what's
start off
right
with
now?
James. We'll start off with James. James, go ahead. Let us know.
I'm not really sure. I didn't know
Okay.
what you meant by what are you into? I didn't
John,
know where
why
we
don't
were
you
going with that.
start with you, John, and then while James gets acclimated to the water, and then
So
he'll jump in.
clearly, I'm into the I like pop culture stuff, right? 80s, 90s pop culture stuff. Grew up, born in the
Including-
70s, not Star Trek. Born in the 70s, raised in the 80s. I'm into, but I like a lot of current pop culture as well. Whereas I like to keep up with the new shit that's happening, new series, new TV, movies, stuff like that. Uh, back when I was younger, I was into the comic books and stuff, but not so much now because it's expanded so much. But if we're gonna go with icons, obviously, if you look around my room here, a lot of Batman, a lot of Star Wars. That's my niche in those areas like that. 80s
So-
comedies.
So I just have a
Stuff.
few questions.
Go
if I
ahead.
may. Just a couple follow-ups. So you like current pop culture and
Yes.
stuff?
Yeah.
Are you into like the new, like Charmed and the new Party of Five?
No, not so much that type of
No.
pop culture. Horror. I love the horror stuff.
Beyonce?
No, not necessarily.
You said Beyonce?
Yeah.
Not Beyonce.
Oh.
Okay.
What Beyonce?
No, not necessarily Beyonce. But I'm and then we've discussed this before. We'll discuss it now. Like even with the movies and TV show, the tastes stay in general the same, whereas music bounces around all over the place.
Yeah, I don't really like a lot of
New
music.
stuff. Yeah, news. But I'll do new stuff. I'll do old stuff. It doesn't matter to me.
Mm.
I like to mix it up. I've been listening
Yeah.
to a lot of freestyle lately. A lot of freestyle. Woo! I have a whole segment on the laugh. The laugh in the Madonna song. That's not Madonna, FYI. But go ahead, Joe. Tell us about yourself.
Well, I was born
A gambling man.
a sharecropper's son. No, I'm from New York originally, Amityville, and then
Wow.
I now live here in Florida. I have a job. I am married. No children, thank God. And no offense, Quillen, you're a great kid. And then so like I was born in the 70s, early 70s.
Very early 70s, much earlier than me.
Yes. So I got to enjoy the 70s. I entered the
Yeah.
80s a boy, and I left the 80s a man, and
Yes.
a legal, technical man. I'm a veteran. I was in the military for quite a while, and but yeah, I enjoyed the 90s. I enjoy 80s culture relics, a lot of which are OG original stuff that I had back then. 'Cause I throw away nothing almost. I really like Star Wars. As you can see, I'm sitting in a Star Wars room, and when I get a better camera, we'll get a pan of it. Instead, you can see behind me the Star Wars Christmas tree is still out because that is another one of my passions. Is
I think all the Christmas stuff is still out.
Yes, it is. And you saw
It
it
is.
last night.
As a matter of fact, I was there last night. It's all I can
Okay.
confirm. It's all still out. Beautiful,
Yeah.
beautiful setup though. God, gorgeous.
Well, being Eastern Orthodox, we celebrate our
February
Christmas
12th.
a little
Till
later
February 12th, right?
than the regulars. Yes.
Right.
I liked comic books. I'm not up on the newest stuff, but I'm catching up. But I'm an expert, I would say, on late 70s, 80s. I mean, I go all the way back to Secret Wars, Rom, the robot, all that stuff, the Space Knight. I collect, like I said, 80s things. I collect toys. I got 2 rooms full of things.
I wouldn't even touch on the cosplay.
No, I am a costumer. I like to costume.
Yeah.
I don't like to say the word cosplay. That sounds just like a fetish to me. It sounds weird.
Oh, that's
Like a
weird.
furry?
Yeah,
it sounds
I don't like it. But I mean, if you're comfortable with it, that's great for you. And I like Star Trek. I like Star Trek.
Oh,
I enjoy horror. I'm a history fan, big time history guy. Let's see, what else do I enjoy? Older video games. I mean, I'll play some of the newer stuff, but not like you guys.
I'm into the new.
I like older.
I like
I have all
cutting
the
edge.
old systems. I'll play the new games too, but I'm just not as
I
into
like those
it.
cutting edge graphics and storylines. Oh,
I like miniature wargaming and modeling and old school role playing games. I like with just dice and paper.
nice.
Cooking. I like to cook.
You do like to cook that watermelon chicken.
I love it. I like aviation. I was involved in aviation as a flight crewman. I like film. I like sitcoms, probably more than most people. I really like a sitcom, and I'm very well versed in sitcom history. I
You
like
to
politics.
go back. You like to
I
go
do.
back. Yeah, the only politics we're discussing here is the politics of dance.
And transgenderism. And then I have in sports. So I like politics, and I like driving. I am a supercar owner,
Yeah.
and I do like to.
Supercar owner.
It is. It's a supercar. It's classified as a supercar.
It is.
So, it has a, I don't want to brag, but its top speed is 180 miles an hour. A speed up which I have not seen yet, and nor will I. But I do enjoy driving out into the country in my supercar and
Super truck? Super SUV.
drive-
Is it a super SUV? Can
It's
you
a
classify it
recreational
as
vehicle.
super- That's a
it's
mighty
class-
fine RV, Clark.
It is classified as a high performance limited edition vehicle of the supercar class. So we'll
Okay.
just
Okay. Anything else you want to throw in there?
just a lover of life. Things are good. But yeah, I also enjoy like dystopian fiction,
Oh,
and I've been known to write a little.
that
bit.
dog loves licking his balls
He does.
live on the air.
He does.
That's his hobbies. All right. All right, James.
Oh my God, Kobe Bryant's dead.
No,
Yes.
no, he's not.
Yep, Kobe Bryant
Oh,
dead in a
let's-
helicopter.
let's pull that up on
James, pull it up.
Google.
There is no way.
Dude.
You better make sure you're announcing this to that one person out there.
Dude, he died in a helicopter crash.
Wow.
It's the person that sent the
Kobe
picture
Bryant
of
dead. Oh man,
him. Real.
that's horrible.
All right, let's not pulling up. TMZ, what do you have to say about Kobe Bryant dying? And Kobe is really raining on my fucking my biography.
Everyone
Wait,
on board.
I'm not
dead.
seeing anything on this yet.
Yep, it's
Everyone on
it's
board
live on the
dead.
stream right now, buddy.
Wow. Let's get that.
Oh,
checked.
well, I used Google, so that's my mistake. Let me go on Twitter and see. That's all I use
Oh.
Twitter for, is to
Oh.
fight with celebrities and.
Well, you can't fight with Kobe Bryant anymore on Twitter.
Let's see. Is he trending?
5 people confirmed dead.
What was he doing on a helicopter?
Maybe
Being
he was
rich?
rescuing dogs. I don't know.
Did he zip line into a small village and save a dog?
Rescued a dog. I rescue dogs.
Did he? Was he still playing? I don't know much about
Yeah.
basketball.
He retired.
Kobe.
Did he retire? I don't know. I don't know.
He's in a long retirement now.
Yeah,
Well-
he retired in 2016.
Well,
He's still
I
a
want
philanthropist.
Um,
41.
He was traveling with at least 3 other people in his private helicopter when it went down. A fire broke out.
Damn.
Emergency personnel responded, but nobody on board survived. 5 people are confirmed dead. We're told that Russia has launched a Stinger missile at the helicopter, which ultimately took it down.
No.
I've been in a helicopter that shouldn't have been flying for 10 years. Very dangerous.
I was
Very
a helicopter crewman, but those were rigorously maintained by the finest minds that our nation has to offer.
We actually had a guy come in and look at our helicopter, and they said, "Holy Jesus Christ! How are
Yeah.
you flying in this?"
You're in those old Nom Hueys, right?
Yeah, we had a whole nom.
Those things are so
They're
simple.
workhorses, though.
Yeah, and they're
workhorses.
very simple actually. They're very simple.
What it
Like
was I guess it was the stainless steel mesh that covers the turbine, and it was getting sucked into the engine. So no big deal though.
I mean, a lot of them went down. James, how many Hueys served in Vietnam, and how many were shot down?
I'm gonna look that up right now, Joey. Let me pull that up on the stream.
This is what James is for, right? This is why we
Yeah.
have him.
And that's why he's here. He's the Jamie of basically. I
He's
mean,
like our
that's his-
Siri. He's like my Siri.
He's the Jamie of our show here.
I'm gonna start calling him in real life, like when I'm just out and about. Hey, James, what's the price of gold right now?
Well, guys, the UH-1 totaled 7,531,955
Wow.
flight hours in the Vietnam War between October 1966 and the end of 1975.
Jeez.
A lot of flight hours.
Damn.
Damn, went down.
A lot.
Let me look. Helicopter losses during Vietnam. There are specific tail numbers for 11,827 total helicopters that served in Vietnam from all branches of the service. 1,925 Hueys were lost in combat, while
A
1,380
lot.
were lost in operational accidents. One to include the famous Kobe Bryant of the
He wasn't in
Lakers,
it.
Los Angeles Lakers.
And when you
But,
think about
I mean,
it,
if you
those
think about
weren't all
11,000,
Yeah,
yeah,
but those
if,
weren't
if
all
11,000, yeah, if 11,000 went down,
And only, yeah.
I mean,
no,
11,000
were used.
the same fell out of the sky just from mechanical issues as were shot down in
Sure.
actual war. That's
Well,
great.
I mean, but they're flying around in mountains and
Yeah.
and there's no
Yeah.
radar. They didn't have
you get
really
that vines.
there's
I mean,
no
you saw what happened in
FLIR.
Predator, right?
Sure, there was no FLIR or anything like that. So it took a lot of skill to fly them, and I think a lot of them were probably we say mishaps, they could be 2 feet off the ground. You know what I
Right.
mean? You're still going to get your
That's a
Your-
call to crash.
your
Yeah.
bell rung, but you might live. But that's a shame. I didn't know anything really about him. I knew he played basketball, and then there's nothing about the beef, right, with him. Like, he's not involved, and that wasn't from him.
What, peeing on people or?
No. The Jesus Christ, no. The beef, the Kobe beef. That's not.
You had,
That's,
oh no.
Yeah.
He's
Oh, that
not
beef.
involved. He's not involved with the meat market.
So-
aspect.
it wasn't named after him.
Yeah,
Okay.
the
Now
perfect
listen,
normalization
that's
of fats and meats. Delicious.
obviously. I mean, I've heard the name. I know people enjoyed him. Yeah, if he was a philanthropist, he was probably a nice guy. And that's
He'll be sorely missed. R.I.P. Guys, we broke it here first. The 3 people that are
And-
watching,
oh, and so gently.
you heard it
A
here
Russian
first.
Stinger missile. And I know Russians have Stinger missiles, but that's okay.
Yes.
It was a Huey that he went down.
Yeah. He was in a rocket ship.
He was
to the
actually
International
wearing-
Space Station.
He was wearing a flak jacket with a cigar in his
What?
mouth.
All right, before we get canceled, before we on, I'm just gonna say that my thoughts are with his fans and family, along with the 2,000 helicopter crews that went down through loss or combat in the Vietnam War, and their family,
So, but
and the Vietnamese that they shot.
I highly doubt that Kobe Bryant was in a Vietnam era helicopter. I think we just lumped the two together. He was probably flying a $1.5 million Bell and Howell, private Airwolf helicopter. I could only imagine.
Do you think we should change the name of the show to The Shit Show? And just call it The Shit Show, the worst show on ever.
What happened to our music? We had background music at one point.
You want me to put it on, or
Yeah. Fine.
I can throw it on.
Huh?
I can throw the background music on if you'd like.
Oh. I'm just hoping somebody will call in and give us some action here.
No one's gonna come.
Guys, give us a call on the Robot Variety Show. That number is live call-in. Oh boy, drop down.
Someone's
Wow, that
gonna
goes-
someone's gonna have to listen to the stream to tell me if it's like super loud though.
What do you mean?
The background music.
Oh,
Did you have like
I don't hear
a friend?
I turned it on.
Family?
I don't
What about
hear it.
that friend of yours, that skinny guy that comes to Spooky sometimes? Get him to listen.
Mine or James's?
James, the guy that told the jokes at the wedding.
Oh, Mammoth.
Yeah. Get him to call in.
That's probably the furthest thing that we need. Yeah, we don't need that at all.
We can break the news to him about Kobe Bryant.
We broke the news to 3 people. That this tragedy took place. Less than 20 minutes, our first test stream. We're live, folks. Live. Call in 646-450-8052. That's the top of the Empire State Building.
We were up to 5 viewers at one point
We were.
until I said that Kobe was shot down with a Stinger missile, and then people lost interest. And
Or they went to go check. They're like, oh shit, I can't waste my time
They
with these
can't
fools.
stand the truth.
No, they probably
Oh.
went to go read about it.
Hang on, we got a call coming in.
A call's coming in?
We got a call.
God.
Hang on. Let's see if everyone can hear it. Hello,
Here.
caller.
Hello.
Is this your first time calling in the Robot Variety Show?
Yes, of course it is. I can't hear the
You're
call.
live on the air. Can you hear? What? Hang on, let me flip my. I
can't
think
hear.
that'll pick her up. Pick up the person calling in. Go ahead, say something to the fans, the plethora of people that are listening.
Can everybody hear me?
Well, everyone can hear you. Yes.
So, with everyone being Star Wars fans, do you feel that Disney is killing them?
Is Disney killing the franchise for Star Wars, Joey?
Uh,
Can you hear that person talking on the line?
yeah, I
by the
did.
way?
Is Disney killing Star Wars? You know,
We don't know.
We don't know you, caller. Thanks for calling in. That's a great question. Great question.
was that your mom? So, is Disney killing Star Wars? Well, Faye, I think that
It's not.
I know. I think that yes and no, because I really liked Rogue One. I thought Rogue One was awesome, and I really liked The Mandalorian. I did not like The Force Awakens, and I think that The Last Jedi was a crime against humanity, and I think that Rian Johnson should be tried at the International Criminal Court, and then Rise of Skywalker was just a jumbled, stupid mess to try to fix.
Have you seen Rise of Skywalker yet?
I've seen. Well, did I go to a movie theater and pay to see it?
hey, this is a video of Kobe Bryant in his helicopter.
Oh God.
Thank you, caller. Thank you
Is
for
that
calling
it?
in.
Wait. Well, sorry, caller. Got some breaking. Is them in the helicopter like during the crash? Or-
No, that's just his
Oh.
type of helicopter. I think it's just like a kit helicopter. It doesn't really look like anything too fancy.
No, it's that's actual helicopter.
It's rolling. The video's rolling.
Oh, I'm sorry. I'm looking at the stream. Sorry. I'm not looking at Twitch. I'm not looking at Skype. Oh boy. And we're lost. It's not playing on the stream yet. Are we
Should
that
be.
far? Oh, there we are. There. Wait, it was going.
I need to be on this Twitch.
Just log in. You don't have to log in. Just go to Twitch.
I don't
You
know
can
if I have a.
It's a website. You don't know you have it. Ugh, get the Walmarts. Gotta get the Walmart.
I gotta get on the computer. All right, hang on. So I go to Twitch. It wants
Here,
me
I'll
to sign
send you-
in.
You don't have to sign in. I'll send you the link. Hang on.
I don't want to log in.
I'll send you the link. It's in the chat. Ready?
Guys, I have terrible news. I'm
What?
going to have to head out in a minute.
Yeah.
here.
So this is just our first. This is our first trial run at this, and it was an absolute shit show. But
But-
it was a good shit show.
If you'd like to hear my biography,
Yeah,
Just
what are you
code-
into, James?
I-
Go.
I was
Oh.
born at full term, plus 8 months. I was born with a full head of hair, teeth. For a short time, I lived with wolves. That's all I got. No, it all pretty much trickles down, being the youngest.
Huh. Really weird.
Who's calling you to go away?
Being interested in the same things.
But at a much younger age, right? I mean,
Correct.
you're not even a man yet, are you? Have you
Not.
crossed the puberty threshold?
He's not dropped. No.
Those phone lines are still open, people. Don't forget, you could call in and
Well,
speak live.
If you guys want me to keep this running, I can leave it running, but it's just gonna
No,
go
'cause I gotta
indefinitely.
get off too.
Okay.
Are you going
I
to
gotta
work?
I am not. I'm going to go eat.
Yeah, we're gonna.
So for the trial run,
Oh, is this the family dinner?
it went
thing?
pretty well.
Yeah.
Went pretty
Yeah,
well.
Wonderful.
This isn't the boil, is it?
No, that's. Are you
No,
coming?
no. Yeah,
Oil?
He's getting off too.
Hey, it's the D. Hey, D.
Okay.
So
Hi, D.
Alright.
if they're gonna
Hi, D.
Hi, everyone says hi.
Hello.
Hi,
Say
D.
hi on the
Hi.
show, the
See
robot
you guys.
variety show.
See you in a little bit. Okay.
We had a caller. We had our first caller.
That's so nice that your mom comes in and says hi to you. That's the greatest thing.
All right. Well, you guys have a good family.
Well, hang on, James. Stop the stream.
Okay.
And we'll
Adjourn?
see how it recorded,